Hi, everyone. This is a very impromptu union energy update. I wasn't planning on going live. I hope some notifications come out, but I wanted to go live and not do a recorded reading just because I'm feeling the energies and I didn't want to wait. So we'll just see what happens. But I'm feeling amazing today. And this is quite different because the past week and a half, I've been feeling awful. So what a difference. What a difference. So here's what happened. The past maybe week and a half, I've been feeling that heavy energy. I've been feeling just confused and lost and not sure what the hell was going on with this journey. Feeling like I didn't care, like it didn't matter anymore. Like I was ready to just quit the whole divine counterpart stuff and move on from my own life. No, I wasn't really doing that, but that's what my ego was thinking. Just get over it, just move on, just don't worry about it, just see what happens. I've been talking to a lot of friends. I've been talking to my spirit guides, doing a lot of meditations, trying to heal this, whatever it was. I said to my angels, I said, just help me release whatever needs to be released. And I guess that happened today because what happened was I was on a coaching call with a client. And what happens on these coaching calls, you guys, it's not just me helping you, but you're helping me. It is a beautiful, beautiful energy exchange. I came back to a place of love. I came back to a place of faith through my own understanding and talking about my understanding to this client, helping this client. It really helped me come back to that place of understanding within myself, that knowing within myself. And so after my call, I went out to run some errands and it was just an epiphany. And I said, that's what it was. That's what that pain was. My ego had been wounded when my divine counterpart cut me off. That was the pain, and that was the pain that I was holding on to. And so what was happening this past week and a half was more of that residual energy, more of that pain was being dissolved, more of that ego was being dissolved. And now that's not all that was happening because I have talked to others. I talked to my spirit guides. And if you guys follow me on Facebook, channeled a message this afternoon. I think it was on my Susan Dawn profile. You can check me out on there. What happened was Archangel Michael stepped in and said, the energies this past week and a half in the 3D have been very, very dense. The illusion has been very, very strong the past week and a half. And so it's almost as if those darker energies, those darker forces were trying to pull us back. But we're brighter than that. We're lighter than that. And so even though it caused some upset, even though it caused some confusion, as light workers, we have transcended from the fourth dimension into that fifth dimensional stream of consciousness, understanding of consciousness, and there is no going back. So even though that illusion, that 3D illusion was very, very strong, we might have felt like we were pulled back into it, looking at the external, holding on to that pain, not feeling that unconditional love, feeling very detached. It was because we were going through a lot of upgrades. And I even asked, I said, well, what's this for? What is it leading into? And they wouldn't tell me. So of course they won't tell me. That's part of surrender. That's part of the journey, right? But yeah, so a lot of revelations today, a lot of realizations today. And I just came to this energy, back to this energy of faith and surrender. And who knows what's going to happen in the next hour? This journey can change like that. But this feels good right now. So I want to pull some cards and see what's going on with the collective, see how the energy has changed, especially since that last reading. I feel like if you were feeling some of that confusion, if you were feeling some of that ego, that was also the ego death of your divine counterpart because they were going through massive confusion around this connection, massive understanding, an awakening, not really awakening because they understand this connection. They feel this connection, but it was almost like a sense of, is this real? Can I believe in this? And some of you might have been feeling that as well. Can I believe in this? Is it real? Wanting to give up on this journey, just wanting to focus on yourself, pull back from that energy. And that was because there was ego death happening on both sides. Now, if you know me, I don't like to say ego death because the ego plays a part, the ego plays a role. We are here living in this dual structure, this dual reality. And the ego has helped us. It serves its purpose. It's all about healing the ego, quieting the ego so that we come back to that place of our own knowing, of our own intuition, heightening our intuition versus allowing the ego to take control, because the ego is just a defense mechanism. The ego is just a survival mechanism. We are not in that mindset anymore. We don't need that mindset anymore. So it's about quieting the ego and allowing our intuition to take root. And that's what was happening. It was almost like the ego was rearing its head again, trying to protect us, trying to hold on, trying to keep us from any more pain. That's what I experienced. By my divine counterpart cutting me off, it was so painful. And my ego was like, nope, we're not going through that anymore. We're not doing that. We deserve much more. Yes, yes, that was a realization that I personally needed to have. I know that others, clients, have been going through that as well. That last stand of I deserve better than the way we've been treated. I deserve reciprocity. I deserve that love in return, just like your counterpart has been going through that. They've been going through worth issues as well. They deserve reciprocity. They deserve compassion. They deserve unconditional love as well, being reflections of each other. But it was the ego that was getting in the way and causing such confusion, that was causing such trying to protect you, trying to protect your heart by saying, nope, we're not doing this anymore. Nope, we are protecting our heart. We're pulling back. We are holding on to resentment. We're holding on to pain. And it's a process of getting through that pain. It's a process of coming to forgiveness. It's a process of coming back to unconditional love. So if you are still holding on to pain, if you're still holding on to a little bit of upset and resentment and whatever it was with regards to your divine counterpart, come back to that place of love. Allow yourself to move through the emotions that you're feeling and come back to that place of love, and understand that it's only because your ego had been wounded, only because your ego was really trying to protect you. And it's almost like that was just ego's last stand, is what I'm hearing. Ego's last stand. And that feels very familiar. It feels very familiar, and I'll tell you why. Because I feel like we had a daily energy draw a couple of weeks ago with that very same title, Ego's Last Stand. And what they're actually telling me and showing me is it is a spiral. Healing and processing and integrating energies, awakening and ascension is truly a spiral of going deeper and deeper within ourselves, uncovering more and more layers. What's interesting, there is a church in my parents' neighborhood. And last night, I was getting so many downloads last night, including classical music, which I don't know where it came from, but Pachelbel's canon. If there's any symbolism with Pachelbel's canon, I'm not sure what it is, but that was in my mind at 4 a.m. And alongside that, they showed me my parents' church. It was like an idea that came to me. At my parents', it's not my parents' church, but it's in their neighborhood. There's a labyrinth. It's a walking labyrinth. I don't know if you guys know. It's not quite a maze, but it's kind of in a spiral, and you just follow the path along, and it just moves in many different ways. You think that you're going in a circle, but then it moves you in another direction. But it's going around and around and around to the center. And you do it as a form of meditation. You do it to come back inside of yourself, to come back to the heart of yourself. And when you reach the circle, when you reach the center, then you come back out, then you walk back out. And it's really a beautiful exercise of meditation to reignite or reconnect with your own divinity. It's really beautiful. And they called me to that. I'd wanted to do that months and months ago, but they called me to that today. And I wasn't able to go today. I'm definitely going tomorrow, but that's this energy of going deeper and deeper within our own divinity, going deeper and deeper within the heart of ourselves, going deeper and deeper within our own intuition, and healing and processing and integrating. The healing will never be done, because we are always healing, just as we are always evolving. And healing and evolving go together simultaneously. As you evolve, you heal. You clear, you grow. Growing is part of evolution. So that's what we're doing, is we are helping to heal not just ourselves and our own karma not being a bad thing. Karma is not a punishment, it's just part of evolution. But we're also healing the collective. We're also transmuting for the collective. We're also healing the planet as a whole, society as a whole, ancestral wounding as a whole. So there's a lot energetically that is happening. Okay. Whew. I'm telling you, I am all of a sudden very high vibe. I don't know where it came from. So let's see what's going on. And if you guys are here and you want to say hi, say hi. This was a very impromptu, let's jump on and do this. Very impromptu. All right, Spirit, what do you want to say to us? First two cards out. The Lovers and the Page of Cups. From the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. There is emotion coming in, an offer that is on its way. And I always say this as an expression of love. It could be an apology. It could be an acknowledgement, but it's an expression of self, an expression of love. From the page, it might be a smaller kind of offer. It might be a smaller kind of communication, but it is very, very sincere. They're pointing to me with the Lovers card. It might also be something romantic. It might be something of a romantic nature, an offer of commitment, an offer of relationship, a higher level of commitment, depending on your journey and where you are. There is something absolutely coming in. Decisions have been made with regards to this partnership, and now it is all in divine timing. The divine is bringing you two together. The universe is pulling the strings now. They are orchestrating this, just as you have orchestrated this on a soul level. Have faith in this. Have trust in this, because this Lovers card is deep, deep spiritual connection. Deep spiritual connection. So this is recognition as well. An expression of the self. And I'm also hearing, as it's an expression of the self with this spiritual connection, you guys, especially being counterparts, being one with the spiritual connection and this expression of the self, that expression of the self is also an expression of you, an expression to you, from the divine masculine to their divine counterpart, or from the divine feminine to their divine counterpart. Take it as it's resonating for you and your situation. But this expression of self is an expression to you. It's divine masculine energy, so I'm going to go with that. But again, take it as it's resonating for you. As they're understanding themselves more and more, they're wanting to communicate that. They're wanting to express that. And they're wanting to express that to you, because it's this recognition that you two are one, that you two are part of this spiritual divine connection. That's what's so beautiful about this. The more you love and know yourself, the more you love and know your divine counterpart in their divinity, not so much in their distortion anymore, but in their divinity, in their divine energy. That's really beautiful. I feel like this new moon is going to be big as far as inner and outer transformations, external and internal. So we have that new moon coming up this weekend. It's a really beautiful energy. It's a really beautiful energy coming in. Okay, so what else we got? Make sure you guys stay tuned on Monday. The live stream is going to be a little bit later. I am treating, look what we just got. A lot of emotions. A lot of emotions. The King energy. Let me finish my thought. Monday, I am treating myself to a massage. So the live stream is going to be just a little bit delayed. I'm not sure when. It's going to be probably in the evening. I will let you guys know, so make sure that you stay tuned to Facebook and Instagram. I'll let you know exactly when it's going to be, but don't miss it, because I have a very, very exciting announcement. I really want to give you guys a sneak peek, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hold off. That's my own eagerness. I'm going to hold off, but make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm very excited for this announcement, so don't miss the live stream on Monday. You guys, look at this. From the Page to the Knight to the King, there is a ton of emotion here. And what the energy that they're actually giving me is that this is how you and your divine counterpart have grown and evolved and transformed. This transformation has taken place, is taking place, has taken place. This is their evolution. From this kind of immature energy, feeling a little bit small, not sure how to come forward, to gaining their courage in order to express themselves, wanting to express themselves, to just feeling the full force the full throttle of their emotions and wanting to offer that to you, you being the queen, you being their counterpart. Now, it's not gender specific, take it for the energy that it is, but you being their counterpart, they're feeling their emotions, they're feeling the full force of their emotions, their love for you, their understanding of this connection and wanting to come towards you. And those emotions are propelling them forward. They're not afraid of their emotions anymore. They're balanced in their emotions because they're in this king energy. With the knight wanting to express themselves, it's still a little bit of a I want to come forward, but I'm not sure how. There's a little bit of confusion here, but the king is really balancing that out. And I feel like over the next few days, they're really going to step into this king energy from that knight energy, really step into this king energy where they are really not just ready to move forward towards you, but making plans to move forward towards you. And not just in their mind, but in the physical world, really moving towards you in the physical world. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. This is evolution. And this is the ascension journey. And this is how they have evolved and grown. Really beautiful. Hey, Lori, how are you? How are you feeling? Okay, let's get some more. Because you are their star, you are their wish come true. They are seeing this and they have had this awakening. The judgment for me, it's like a judgment call. How do I say that? Not a judgment call. It's an awakening card for me. It's a call to rise. It's a being called to rise up. And you see how they're kind of in these graves here? This is a call to be vulnerable. This is the rebirth. Having shed their old self, this is the rebirth. Rebirth into the new, to the stronger, to the more courageous, to the vulnerable. There is courage in being vulnerable. There is courage in being your true, authentic self. And they are being called to rise because they know that they have manifested this, that you have manifested this together. Again, I feel like this Lovers card is the overall energies for this entire reading. They know that you're doing this together. They know that you have never been apart. They know that you have always orchestrated this on a soul level together, that you are their soul and spiritual connection. They know that there's nobody like you, that you are their star, that you are their wish. And now they are being called to rise from that page, that naive, immature, kind of slow moving energy, to the knight, wanting to move forward, wanting to express themselves, wanting to be sincere, but still a little bit resistant, still a little bit held back, still a little bit, I don't know what she is going to say in response, still a little bit fearful of rejection. It's almost like the knight being a romantic energy is kind of like, in the medieval times, a knight would offer flowers or something to a maiden or whatever it is. That's the kind of scenario that they're giving me, where they wanted to come forward as a knight, but they were still a little bit afraid of rejection. That's what they're releasing. That's what they're moving into. They're moving into that king energy. That's what they're being called to rise to, because they know that this is their manifestation, that this is their wish. And I'm also actually hearing that they know that this is their chance. They know that this is their shot, and they don't want to miss it. Yes, absolutely. That makes sense. Living in the knowing without knowing the outcome of things. Yeah. What I said to a client this morning was, it's very delicate balance between, and that's where we get caught up. That's where the ego likes to keep us trapped. It's a very delicate balance between having faith and that knowing, and seeing in the external, having that faith in that knowing, and not entirely trusting. But that's where we have to come back to the present moment. Don't think about the past so much. The past is in the past. You will have to talk about the past. There will have to be conversations, because that is part of your journey together, to be on the same page. But that forgiveness is there, that understanding is there, that compassion is there, that love is always there. And so that's where you leave the past in the past and move forward from here. You move forward. It's a 0 point. You move forward from here. There's nothing left in the past. All of that is done and gone. And the future, you have to get out of that anxiety of the future. Don't fear the future, because you're just worrying for nothing. You're just expending energy for nothing. Be in the present, trust the faith and the knowing that you have. while, Laura, you reminded me of saying this, while also surrendering. And that's where we are right now, is we are truly, truly surrendering to, I know this is going to happen. I know this is my person. And I'm going to be real with you guys. This past week and a half was really, really difficult with me because I was questioning everything. I was questioning myself. I was questioning this journey. I was questioning if my divine masculine was my divine masculine, that person in that body with our history, if he was even my person. And it was because my ego was so wounded. It was because I was so hurt by what I was seeing in the physical, by feeling like he didn't care. That's what changed and transformed for me in a flash this afternoon. Was, I know that he's my person. I was just in a state of resistance. I was just in such deep pain that I was resisting that. I wasn't allowing that. I wasn't having faith in that. It's not faith. It is so far beyond faith. It is just a pure knowing in your heart that the love is there, and that love is with whoever that energy is, whatever that person is. You just know, but you have to surrender to the how and the what and the when. That's the sometimes that gets us tripped up, is the surrendering, because we like to know, because we're looking at the external, because we're living in the 3D reality. And that's what I was saying in the beginning. If you missed it in the beginning, go ahead and watch this back. That's what I was saying, that the illusions, the 3D illusions, have been very, very strong. Really check out the Facebook post that I posted. I think I shared it on the page as well. It was Archangel Michael that was saying that there is a lot that is coming up to the surface right now. And those 3D illusions are very, very strong because we are transmuting, because things are shifting. And they're not quite telling us what's shifting, but something very pivotal is happening right now, moving into 2020, especially with divine counterparts. So, especially with darker forces trying to interfere, but they're not interfering anymore. We are balancing that out. We are being the light. We are pillars of light, is what Archangel Michael had said. And so we're creating the bridge to New Earth. And I don't entirely know what that means yet, but we're creating the bridge to New Earth. And as we do that, those shadows are falling away. Those dark forces are falling away. But in the meantime, they are putting up a hell of a fight by making the 3D illusion feel very, very real. And so those of us who were caught in our head, those of us who were caught in that confusion, those of us who were caught in that pain and that ego mindset, it's because that 3D illusion was so very strong, and it was keeping us trapped, not just our divine masculines trapped, but us as well. And so we may have been mirroring back and forth with each other, kind of reflecting that light back and forth. And eventually it had we had our spirit team come in and help to heal this. Because what happens when you're reflections of each other, you just bounce off one another. And eventually something had to change. Somebody had to put a stop to that. And I feel like that's what happened. I feel like the energy is really balanced out today. And there was a shift, definitely a transformation, definitely a shift in consciousness, where it came back to love, where that confusion kind of ceased and it came back to the place of love. So I hope I'm making sense. My energy is so through the roof right now. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but I hope I am. He thinks my vulnerability is strength. Yeah, that's beautiful, because it is, Lori. Your vulnerability is a strength. Your expression is you being in your divine feminine energy. Oh, it's buffering. Oh, I hope that it doesn't. I'm not seeing anything on my end. I hope it's okay on the replay. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Yeah, this is what happened. This transformation, this death card, the death to the ego, the death to the old, and walking towards your 9 of Cups, away from that 8 of Cups, away from that emptiness, away from that loneliness, away from the things that, and people and places and beliefs and patterns and habits that just aren't serving you. And that's what was transformed with the 2 of Wands here, holding the world in your hands. That's the star energy they're pointing me to. You hold the world in your hands. Divine Masculine knows it. You hold it. You both are co-creating your union. You both are co-creating your own reality in the physical world, bringing that down, that template down from the 5D, bringing your union from the 5D down into the 3D, into a physical partnership, into a physical relationship, whatever you decide that looks like for you. That is going to be your own personal journey. Can you guys see me okay? That is going to be your own personal journey, because relationship isn't going to look like relationship for everybody else. You and your partner get to decide what it looks like for you. You get to decide what it looks like for you, but this is the transformation that's happening. Walking away, but it's not a walking away anymore. Now it's a walking towards your Nine of Cups, a walking towards your own transformation, a walking towards the world that you wish to create together. This energy is amazing. What's this about? Yeah, okay, nice. They're pointing me to the 5 card. We have the 5 of Cups here, a lot of emotions, a lot of Cups energy. There might be some residual remorse over past behavior, over past choices is what I'm hearing. But that is changing. They pointed me to the 5 number. That is what is changing. That is what's transforming. And now there's something new. The page is the start of the suits. The king, queen, knight page. The page is the beginning of something. This is moving away from this remorse, moving away from this regret. Just like you, Divine Feminines, had to put the pain of the past in the past, so does your Divine Masculine have to put the remorse and the regret that they're feeling over how they treated you, over how they treated others. Also hearing over how they treated themselves. They have to put that in the past. And now what's coming is a new, grounded, stable offer, a new beginning. Communication in a much more mature way with this king energy, much more sincere, much more expressive, much more vulnerable. This is beautiful because now we have not just the cups, not just the emotions, but we also have the pentacle, which is grounded, which is stable, which is secure, which is nurturing and loving, but very firmly grounded in the physical plane. Do you remember when earlier in this reading, I don't really know when, I said something about they feel like they missed an opportunity and now this was their shot? That's this energy right here, the 4 of Cups. They had missed this opportunity before. They were so focused on the 3 Cups and right here. You too, Divine Feminines, take this as it's resonating for you as well, because this could be resonating for you as well. Because again, remember that you are mirroring each other. Just as Divine Masculine was focused on these empty cups, that's what they're walking away from. They're ignoring the emptiness now. They're ignoring the empty cups. And now they're moving towards their wish fulfillment. And they're understanding that there had been an opportunity for the love and the life that they wanted being offered to them, and they didn't take it. Now this is their chance. Now this is their shot. They understand now that this is their wish. And they have a second chance. They're understanding this. That's part of this judgment energy, this awakening energy, this call to rise energy. So now they are looking away from the emptiness, looking away from these cups that just don't serve them anymore. They're just empty. They're just there. They're just the past. The past is in the past. And they are looking at what is being divinely offered to them. They are understanding this divine, loving, spiritual, deep connection now. You're both scared of this connection, not wanting to blow it. Lori, you can't mess this up. If I tell you the crazy amount of things I said or did with my divine counterpart, like anybody else, I said this to a client this morning, anybody else would have run for the hills. Even him, like, you know, he's a weirdo and I love it. I love him. Like, you cannot mess this up. You cannot mess this up at all. This is so divinely protected. You guys, your counterparts, that means that you are one. You are one with each other. There is no messing this up. You just have to be authentic. You just have to be real. No masks, no illusions anymore. That's what was causing the disconnect. That karma and that pain and the trauma that was coming up between you, without the honesty, without the authenticity, without the vulnerability, that's what was causing such resistance between you two. It was the fear. But now that's what you're clearing. And so with this energy, with this counterpart energy, you can't mess this up. This is all divinely guided. And you are so in love with each other that you can't mess this up. I just don't know how else to say that. You can't mess this up. You can't mess this up. That's not to say, Spirit's reminding me, that's not to say that you're not going to have issues. Every relationship has its growth. Every relationship goes through evolution. But the thing is now, because you have gone through so much healing and so much transformation, now you're going to be doing it together. Now you're going to be conversing together. Now you're going to be going through this together. Now you're going to be growing together. You cannot mess this up now. This is too protected. It's too divinely guided. Okay, I am not feeling these anymore, so let's get some romance angels. You can see me fine. Good. Good. I'm hoping that the playback is okay as well. All right. Romance angels. What do we got? Again, you guys, make sure. Hi there. Make sure that you catch the live stream on Monday. Follow Facebook and Instagram. All the information will be put in the description box below after this video. I was too excited. I didn't do any of that yet, but make sure that you check the live stream on Monday for an exciting announcement. We have a lot of excitement coming up next week, so make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned. Okay, what's going on with these counterparts, Spirit? What do you want us to know with these romance angels? What do you want us to know, just in general? What do you? Ooh. Yeah. This is the energy that I've been getting for the past. Let me get one more. Thank you. All right, I'll take them all. Separation on the bottom of the deck. Separation is ending, because you are releasing that past pain and coming to that place of forgiveness. Now, here's a message that has been coming through a lot for clients, is step back into that playful energy. Step back into that energy of that loving nature, that nurturing nature, that flirtatious nature. I did see the flirt card as well, because that is what is going to help your divine counterpart express themselves and express their love, and it's going to help you express your love as well. Because when you step into this playful nature, that innocence, that love, you're releasing the fear, you're releasing the intensity, and this connection has a lot of passion. This connection has a lot of intensity around it, and you both have been through a lot on this journey. You have been through a tremendous amount of growth on this journey. There has been pain on this journey. There has been learning curves on this journey. You have been through it, both of you. You have been through it. Oh, you're from France. That's the homeland of my heart. The homeland of my heart. But as you release that fear and that intensity and come back to this energy of playfulness, that inner child energy, that is what is going to help propel this connection forward. That's what's going to help you express the truth to each other, the true nature of your feelings to each other. That is what's going to ignite the passion again, but without the fear, without the pain, without the past, without the worry, without the, am I going to screw this up? That is what is going to help move this connection forward. And we also got the very soon card. Clearly decide what it is that you want so that it comes to you now. I'll tell you, I had to really release this past week, and I was begging my angels every single night to help me release this, and I could not understand why I wasn't releasing the pain until I realized that I was just in my ego, that my ego had been so wounded, and that it was just holding on to that pain, trying to protect me. But once I decided that I didn't want to hold on to that pain anymore, consciously decided that and realized that it was just my ego, that's when it transformed. And that's when I realized this is possible. Reconciliation and reunion with my divine counterpart is possible. The love is still there, knowing that the love is still there. Okay. Because you're human, Lori. You let the ego in because you're human. And don't be so hard on yourself. It is a process of releasing. And it's a process of allowing yourself to heal the ego and let some of that go. Hold on. Give me 1 second. It's just every once in a while, that ego is going to flare up trying to protect you, but it's all about releasing and coming back to that place of unconditional love. And do not berate yourself for letting your ego flare, because you are human. You are human, and that's part of the healing of this journey. We talked about in the beginning how the healing never ends. Yes, you will heal the ego. Yes, you will come to this place where your intuition is rising above the ego. But if you do feel like you're faltering back every once in a while, just do not be hard on yourself. Just recognize it for what it is, because that is self-mastery. That's self-mastery. And so just have patience with yourself and compassion with yourself. Bring in more white light, bring in your spirit team, and just know that you will and are going to transmute it. Okay, let's get a message between counterparts. You guys, I'm so excited. I cannot wait until Monday. How about his ego? Can we talk about it? They have been and are dissolving the ego just as you are. Don't forget that. You guys are mirrors of each other. I'm struggling to communicate how I feel. I feel like this is lingering but residual energy of the past, because they are in this King of Cups energy. I feel like they're just struggling with how to, it's not even a struggle. No, Spirit's correcting me. They're like, it's not even a struggle. This is definitely past energy. This is past energy, because they are moving into this king energy now, where they're feeling more confident. They're feeling more balanced. They're feeling very eager to move forward and communicate with you. So it's not even this anymore. This feels like the past. This feels like they're ready to move forward, and they're ready to talk to you about everything. Everything. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if there's any messages about communication. Do we need anything? What do we need to know about communication? Let me pull a card. Give me a second. What do we need to know about incoming communication? I feel like there's something here. What do we need to know about incoming communication? What do we need to know about incoming communication? What do we need to know about incoming communication, please, Spirit? Okay. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This self-deception that they were trapped in is over. It's gone. It's done. They are seeing this connection clearly. They are seeing themselves clearly. And any denial that they were in about the love for you is over. It's done, because we have the Ace of Swords here. They are seeing this clearly now. They're seeing this so clearly now. And now we have the Two of Wands that first came out. And what I heard from this is, can you guys see me? What I heard from this is, you are their world again. You are their world. And now they are stepping forward through that doorway to embrace you as the world, eager to start this new journey, this new beginning with more truth and more clarity and more authenticity. They are stepping into themselves, not just their power, although yes, their power, because they're showing me the Emperor card, but themselves. They are stepping into their truth. They are stepping into their soul of themselves, the heart of themselves. They're stepping into their emotions. They're stepping into who they have always wanted to be, but their self-worth or self-love issues prevented them from truly feeling like they could be that, truly feeling like they could have that. They didn't believe that they could have all of their wishes come true. They didn't believe that they could have you. But that's the clarity that they have. And now they are feeling that passion, and they're wanting to communicate with you in a playful manner. So, Divine Feminines, Release any expectation of what they're going to say, how they're going to come in. Just allow this. Allow them to express themselves as they know how to express themselves, as they come forward, because it's going to take you by surprise. I'm thinking about us. They're thinking about you every minute of every day. You're always in the back of their mind, just like they're always in the back of your mind. And even if you're doing work or you're talking to friends or you're socializing or whatever it is that you're doing, even if they're not at the forefront of your mind, you are always there with them, just like they're always there with you. Okay, I'm going to get a song and catch up on comments. You can feel it. Still needs to be more confident. Yeah. They're growing in that confidence. Again, we had the page. I don't know if you missed it in the beginning, but we had the page, the Knight, and the King of Cups. So they have really transformed from that page to gain the confidence of the Knight to become that balanced energy of the King. It's so beautiful. This energy is really beautiful. No more cloudy days by the Eagles yesterdays. That's beautiful confirmation, Lori. That's beautiful confirmation. That was received. That was his higher self, and I'm getting spirit chills here. That was his higher self saying that that message, that song had been received. That's beautiful. Okay, let's get a song, and then we will close out because I don't know if you guys can see me. I can't see myself. We have that 4 o'clock sun here. I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so good. And what a difference from the last week and a half. That's too many. Let's just get one. Ooh. Yeah, beautiful. So bottom of the deck, we have from West Side Story, there's a time for us. Someday there'll be a time for us. I'm not going to sing it. You guys know the song. Really beautiful. This is divine timing. Trust in this. Have faith in this. Know this. Release the when, release the how, release the where, release the whatever. Release the expectations and just allow this beautiful journey to continue to unfold. We also got 2 more. We got... They call me to this. Whenever I walk too far, you'll still be my home. Even if you're miles apart, your divine counterpart has always considered you home. Even if they ghosted you, even if they cut you off, you were always considered home to them. Trust in this. Trust in this. And then we have This Time by John Legend. This time I want it all, showing you all the cards, giving you all my heart. That's that. Where'd you go? This time, he's the king. This time, he's going to be vulnerable. This time, he's going to be true. No more masks. No more illusions. No more withdrawing. No more holding back. Expressing love to each other. Giving this a fair shot. Giving this a fair chance because they know that this opportunity is here again and they have to take it. They have to take it because it's being presented again, because they are being called to it. They're being called to rise now. And now they want to take that shot and they want to give you everything. They want to give you that 2 of Wands. They want to give you that world. He's holding the world out to you now. Holding the world out to you. Beautiful. Love it. Oh my God, Lori, you crack me up. This energy is just so beautiful. I just want to sit in it. It's so, so nice. That's nice, Lori. That's really nice. That takes strength too. So honor your divine masculine in that way because that takes strength to acknowledge when help is needed and to ask for that help and to get that help. And even if he's not able to communicate quite yet with you, the fact that he's communicating with someone and someone is helping him in that respect, that's really beautiful. And that's divine masculine energy. That's really beautiful. That's really nice. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I know this was really impromptu and unexpected. It was an unexpected transformation for me. It was an unexpected feeling good. So really nice. All right, you guys. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna have probably a recorded weekend update this weekend sometime. So stay tuned for that. We'll have the dailies starting again on Monday, as well as a live stream. So again, make sure that you stay tuned. The live stream's not going to be at a regular time. I'm not sure when it's going to be, but it will definitely be on Monday. So make sure you stay tuned to Facebook and Instagram, and I'll also try to put up a notice here ahead of time. So make sure that you do subscribe so you don't miss that. I have a very exciting announcement. Cannot wait to share it with you guys. I'm going to be working on it this weekend. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful energy. I hope that you guys feel this and that it's resonating with you. And if it's not just yet, know that this is a process and that you are moving through this transformation yourself. Come back to that place of love, come back to that place of connection with yourself, with the divine, with your divine counterpart, because this is a truly beautiful journey. I mean, I know that it gets sucky. I know that it's kind of a mind fuck sometimes, but it is a beautiful journey of transformation and of love. And I think that we just need to believe in ourselves a little bit more sometimes. So I'm sending you guys so much love and so much light, and I cannot wait to see you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.